What's up, guys? We are Tottenham TV here in enemy territory outside the Emirates Stadium. It's not a great feeling here with Arsenal fan TV Claude.
I wouldn't say it's enemy because we always help the homeless, as you can see.
Yeah, we're still above you in the league without home, just saying. How are you feeling going into the game on the weekend?
Confident. I'm confident we'll get some sort of result. Whether we'll win is another thing, but we'll have to play at our best like we did against Liverpool, but I'm very confident.
Is this your biggest test, do you think? Well, obviously you played City and Liverpool.
Not the biggest test, and you know what, I'm getting a bit annoyed with you lot and Chelsea, because I heard the other day, all you going on about Tottenham and Chelsea's the biggest London derby. What a load of crap. Between the two of you, right, you've not even got half the amount of league titles as Arsenal, right? The biggest club in England will always be Arsenal. With history, we're the third biggest club in the country, yeah. And to go on about Tottenham and Chelsea the biggest game is bullshit. And I've got to say that. You know what I mean?
I think people are more referring to the fact that Spurs and Chelsea, in terms of competitiveness, has been the biggest game of the few games. No, just between the two sides. In terms of how many North London derbies have Arsenal won in the past 8 between Spurs and Arsenal? You know the answer?
Oh, no,
8.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
the answer's 1. One North London derby you've won in the last 8.
Yeah, and you're all making excuses about Harry Kane being injured. You couldn't take that even, could you?
What was your excuse for the other 7? So you've won 1 of the last 8 North London derbies.
If we're going to go back, let's go back to the last 100 then, shall we? And let's see who's in top then. Yeah.
That's why people are saying recently, of recent times, Chelsea and Spurs and Chelsea have been more competitive games.
Even so, until you lot win a trophy, yeah, you cannot put yourself up there. It's all right beating us on one-off games and all that. You haven't won anything yet.
We finished above you past 2 seasons.
You're the greatest team to put pressure on, right, and then fade at the end. You know what I mean? You're like the Grand National crisp in the Grand National. You get to the final, and then Red Rum overtakes you. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, we have won the league title 13 times. Yeah, 13 times. I don't think you got half between you and Chelsea. You got half of that in titles. Yeah, I don't know how many they've won. But I don't mean they've got half between the two of you. So let's get it into perspective. Arsenal still are the biggest, and Arsenal-Tottenham is the biggest game in London. That is the biggest game. That is the biggest game there.
But do you think Spurs? Are you worried about their current form, or you just think that Arsenal can cope with that? You know, after battle, you saw how we annihilated Chelsea. Yeah. Like, I don't think many teams have done that to them this season.
Yeah, but I also saw the way you struggled against Palace and all these. We're not playing brilliantly, but we're getting over the line. I thought against Chelsea, you done very well. I thought they poorly tactically set up against you. I don't think we will do the same, and I think we'll give you a good game. I think it'll be a great game on Sunday.
Are you happy with how Unai's his tenures? Obviously, he started at the moment. You unbeaten now for 18 games, but do you think the performances are not? It's not the full story. I think that unbeaten run.
It's a work in progress. We're now, let's go, 17 games unbeaten in the season, which is not a bad record, is it? So, you know, at the moment, only really Man City have got a better record than me at the moment as far as unbeaten and Liverpool. So, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy the way things are going. As I say, it's a work in progress, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday because I think you lot think you're going to just come up here and you've had 2 difficult games now. It's going to be hard for you as well. You've had the amount of respect you've shown us is also shown that you had to put Eriksen and Son on the bench on the other night, and so you're showing us more respect than in Milan. So I'm very confident.
Well, we showed you respect, but I think it was a squad game. We're using our rotation. We have Lamela, Lucas, who've been some of our best players this season.
I mean, you won it in the end, but that was a must-win Champions League game, wasn't it? I mean, and you put your best players on the bench because you were worried about us on a Sunday.
I don't think that's why we rested them. I think we rested them. I think we put them on the bench because we have a squad that can cope with these kind of competitions. Look at the players we brought in, Lucas and Lamela. They've been our best players this season.
Until Eriksen come on, it wasn't really.
Not that game. We're fine. We needed them
to win. You had to bring them on in the end to win.
Yeah. But it would be fair to say that Lamela and Lucas have been 2 of our best players this season. There's no shortage of quality starting them and putting them in the starting lineup. Okay, maybe Eriksen's probably a higher quality than them, but I wouldn't say it's just because we're scared of Arsenal that we're resting Eriksen and Son.
I beg to differ, but I mean you can say
of course you would.
Can say what you want, but I mean I think you've got a bit of respect for us. I mean I think you'll go through in the Champions League because I think Barcelona won't bother turning up, and you'll get through. But after that is another thing.
Obviously, as you said, you're 18 games unbeaten. You had a pretty good start to the season, and you look at Spurs. We've had, up and down start to the season. Performances haven't been great, but results have been pretty good. You're still 3 points behind Spurs actually going into this game. How do you see? How do you look at Spurs this season?
How do I look at Spurs? Spurs are they're a good side, but they haven't got that mental edge yet to go over the line and win things yet. At the moment, they're okay. I think there are a couple of, like say, Harry Kane. If Harry Kane gets injured, I think that's it. They've had it.
Everyone says that every season. We always seem to cope when he gets injured.
You haven't got backup. Because Loriente got.
Put Son up front.
Do me a favour.
Put Son up front.
No, it wouldn't. It might be for a few. If it's a long-term injury as Kane, you'd be in trouble. Your squad's not that great, to be honest with you. Not that.
Do you think Arsenal's is better?
Eh?
Do you think Arsenal's is better?
As I said, we're work in progress. We will be better by the end of the season. I'll have a little bet with you. By the end
you think Arsenal will finish with Spurs?
I think we'll finish above you.
All our problems this season, despite how well you've played and how average we've been, we're still above you.
No, I'll have a little bet with you.
No stadium, injury crisis, all the problems. We had so many more problems than you've had this season.
Yeah, but another thing, you should have been deducted points because with all that bullshit, you're supposed to be in the stadium. If that was any other team, right, they would have been done for that. You were supposed to be in that stadium at the start of the season. Now you're even going to Milton Keynes to play. Right, that's ridiculous now. I mean, it's an absolute joke.
We're at Wembley. That's punishment enough, all right?
Eh?
We're at Wembley. It's punishment enough.
Well, it's not punishment.
It is punishment. Trust me, it's punishment.
That pitch is a leveller as well. I mean, that pitch is an awful.
You think it's good for us? You think that pitch is good for us?
Yeah, well, no, I think it's suiting you. It's suiting.
How? We play good football.
And you've been
doesn't suit us at all.
I think it's all wrong. I think you should have had either that stadium done, or you should have moved to West Ham or shared with Milton Keynes. You shouldn't be playing Wembley at the second year. And you've had all your fixtures changed. We've had all that business.
Yeah, we've had to play all our games away from home.
It's not fair that Man City fans had to travel down on a Monday because you couldn't get your fixture properly on a weekend. You know what I'm saying? And that's not fair on Man City as well. Although they overcame the hurdle and won. It's not fair for the fans as well. I mean, it's all wrong. I mean, you should have been deducted points for that. You don't think so?
No, I don't think we should be deducted points.
No?
Stadium delays. Well, it happens. What can you do? You can't just deduct points because there was a stadium delay.
Well, look, we never know. We put our stadium. It's done. What's the difference between us and you then?
We were a bit over-ambitious probably with the start time, I think.
Eh?
That's the difference. We were a bit over-ambitious with the time.
Well, I think you had enough time to get it ready.
Really, a year? We only had a year.
Well, so Arsenal done it in a year, didn't they? Yeah, they done it 1 year. They built the stadium, and I mean, you would go employing all these cheap workers, and then like Levy don't like spending the money, does he? Too much, and that's what happens.
We're still above you. But what was the bet you were going to make? You said you wanted to make a bet. What, Arsenal being above Spurs at the end of the season?
I'll have a bet with you. Finish above you at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the wager?
£100 towards your charity and £100 towards my charity if I lose.
End of the season?
Eh?
Shake your hand right now.
Yeah, £100.
£100.
Charity of your choice, charity of your choice, and the charity of my choice. Yeah.
100%.
All right.
Easy money for the charity. I'll decide what charity that's going to. We'll let the fans decide probably what charity that's going to go to. But yeah, who do you think's your most informed players at the moment?
Well, the most of it is Torreira's most important. He's done very well. I think the goalkeepers that come in for the check has done really well. Yeah, we're all right. Lacazette, if he's fit, hopefully he'll be fit on Sunday.
You're not worried at all about Spurs coming here?
I'm worried about every team. I'm even worried about Wolves. But the thing is, we're playing okay at the moment. We're all right. We're even if we're not playing well, we stick out. We're resilient. We fight till the end. So it's going to be a good game on Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in a draw. Most of the times it does end in a draw, don't they? But we'll be up for it Sunday. You're going to have a hard game. You've had 2 hard games already this week. Yeah. Our boys are resting now while going
to Ukraine is a good rest.
No, most of them are staying at home, aren't they? So they'll have a good rest. They'll be all up for it on Sunday, and I think you'll find a bit of a surprise on Sunday. And remember last year you came all here cocky and now come in here at the Emirates, and you all thought you were going to come here and walk away with a win, didn't you?
Well, we still finished above you. We still finished above you. That's the main thing.
Well, yeah, you did, but I mean, I'm saying you were all very confident. But I remember that was under that Wenger. Yeah, we've got a different manager now. We've got a different coach, different ideas, different tactics, and we're up for it.
We'll be ready for you. We'll be ready for you. We're also up for it. I think we've shown in like even last season. I remember we had a run of 3 very difficult games of the week and we just won them all. And I think with this game, I think we're expecting a tough game. Arsenal North London derby is always going to be a difficult game, but I think we use the squad well. Even as you said, we put Eriksen and someone on the bench on Wednesday, yesterday. Vertonghen's back after a few months out. He's going to be fit and firing. It's going to be a tough game, but I can't see any reason why we can't come here full of confidence. And after just beating Chelsea and Inter Milan, 2 really tough games.
At the moment, and I'm not, as I say, we're working pro. At the moment, you are the better side. Yeah, and I won't argue about that. But things change, and I think by the end of the season, I think you find we're improving every minute. We're improving game by game. We're improving. Emery's getting his players. He'll certainly get, hopefully in January, get more players as well. So we're improving all the time. I just think with you, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes at the end of the season. I'm telling you, I'll have the bet, and we'll go do it for charity. Yeah.
You can see all the struggles Spurs have been through this season. You're not impressed that we're still, high in the Premier League. We're still fighting for the Champions League. Teams with lesser quality might have already been out of these situations. But I think that our squad is what we've had no signings in the summer. We've had an injury crisis. Everyone at the World Cup. We've had no stadium.
You've got a brilliant 11, and they've managed. Most of them have managed to stay fit, like Harry Kane, and all of them have managed to stay fit. But you've done really well. I'm not saying you haven't done well, but have you had that extra? All these good things that you've done, you said you've done, but you've ended up with nothing. Can you go another?
November.
Yeah, but can you go another season? Come the end of the season, and not win anything, and still be happy? I don't think so. I think you need to win something this year.
I don't know. It's all about context.
Those players are going to get frustrated. I mean, you've got Eriksen that's coming to the end of his contract. I think he's an important player for you. Kane might get his head turned by then. I know everyone says, he'll stay. But if you keep not winning things, then players get frustrated. We've had that. Remember, we've had that problem. We're going straight through the period you went. We're getting a new stadium and everything like that, and we had the problem of losing players. Yeah, and you're going to get the same. If you don't win things, they're going. Because you ain't the biggest wage payers either.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and they're not going to say on the minimum wage that they can get and not win anything. These players are hungry to win trophies as well.
I could turn that back around. Arsenal. They're still, as I said, with all our promises, you're still below us. I believe personally that your squad is still inferior to our squad. I think that we're currently the better team. And if you don't make top 4 this season again, that's the 3rd consecutive season in Europa League. So can you not see your players getting frustrated with that?
Top 4. If we're not in top 4, then we've got problems. Yeah, but we have to be top 4 this year. But I think we will. We'll get it.
Do you not say it was a struggle? It would not be a struggle, do you think, for top 4?
We'll get it.
Ahead of who? Spurs?
We'll certainly be above Chelsea. That's for sure. Yeah, no doubt about it. And I'm certain we'll finish above you. I'm certain.
I know. The wager says it.
Absolutely certain. I'm certain. I think we'll finish 3rd this year. There we go.
No chance.
Well, we're there anyway.
What's your prediction there for Sunday?
My prediction for Sunday is, I think we'll get. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Arsenal. Here we go. Come on, where are you going? Come on.
2-0 Spurs. No, you know what? 2-1. I'll give you a goal. I'll give you guys a goal. I think we'll win. I'm confident that we can come here. The way we're playing at the moment, I think we finally seeing an upturn in performances. It's literally the first time. Saturday against Chelsea was the first time Son, Eriksen, Dele and Kane all played together this season, and it's November. That's why performances haven't been as good. I think we've now got our star players performing, with energy, and I think Arsenal. I think you're playing us at the wrong time for you guys. I think previously, teams like Liverpool and City played us at a good time. I think you're playing us at an opposite time. So I'm pretty confident going into Sunday.
We shall see.
We shall see. All right, cheers for coming on, Claude.
Right, that's okay.
All right, cheers.